Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming out and thank you for listening, despite some of the problems we've had and people being told not to attend this event and that this event is canceled. We are having this event. The purpose of this event is to discuss the Republican movement in terms of the Irish exit poll. And from a Republican perspective, my name is Julian Ichim. I'm with International Department of the 32 CSM. And basically what we're doing here is we're talking about what the Republican perspective is. So there's been a lot of talk around Brexit and what this means to Ireland and Irish unity. And Sinn Féin has been pushing this idea of the Brexit poll, as well as this idea of the Yes to Unity campaign. The first question we have to ask ourselves as Republicans is what sort of unity? Like when we talk about unity and Irish unity, what are we talking about? What are our goals, aims, and aspirations? Sinn Féin would have us believe that with the Brexit and the border poll, that a 32 socialist republic can be won with the ballot, and that this border poll will create a socialist republic. Nothing can be further from the truth. This sort of ideological revisionism was what was pushed by Michael Collins and the Free Staters back in the day. The idea of a stepping stone, the idea that, this Brexit and this border poll will create the republic that people have fought and died for. So as I said at the beginning, what sort of unity? If there is a Brexit poll, like if there is a border poll, the first thing is under the Good Friday Agreement, the border poll has to be triggered by the British state. So there and then we have to ask ourselves, why would the British state trigger such a thing? It's not in the interest of the British state, but to participate in the border poll is to acknowledge the legitimacy of the British state to discuss and to push forward this idea, it's not for the Brits. Sovereignty is something that people have inalienably, right? In 1916, sovereignty was declared with a proclamation. And the reality of the situation is, by participating in this border poll, we are acknowledging that sovereignty is not inalienable. We are saying that sovereignty is something that is voted upon. And as Republicans, we should be against that. We believe in a socialist republic that was declared in 1916. There's no need for a border poll. It's something that is, and this exists because it's an inalienable right. The same way people have basic rights by virtue of being human, nations also have basic rights. The second point is we're fighting for a socialist republic. There will not be a socialist republic under the European Union. A border poll would only create a 32-county free state, right? And basically what we would have is we would have the same thing that's in the south, in the north. So we would have a unified Ireland under the capitalists. And what purpose does that serve? A 32-county free state is not what the hunger strikers died for. A 32-county free state is not what people fought the provisional war for. A 32-county free state is not why people rose up in 1916. Brendan Hughes speaks a lot about, particularly in Voices from the Grave, about the betrayal of the working people by the provisional movement. The border poll would further entrench such a betrayal. It would entrench a capitalist republic. And in the words of James Connolly, even if you hoist the green flag over Dublin Castle tomorrow, unless you build a workers' republic, unless you build a people's republic, it'll be for nothing, because the British will still rule you through their bankers, through their landlords, and through their capitalist classes. So the idea of a border poll does nothing to entrench the idea of a socialist republic. The idea of a border poll does nothing other than create a free state. And the free state already exists in the South, and it's an abysmal failure. People can basically see from the water protests in the previous years that the people in the South are against the economic enslavement through the European Union. So why would we want to further entrench that? The position of the 32 county sovereignty movement has always been a position of fighting for a socialist republic, a 32 county republic. And that'll not be done by the vote. That'll not be done by a border poll. A border poll also legitimizes British rule in the sense that if by some, like, it entrenches the unionist veto. If by some reason the border poll is not a success, like say for example that a lot of people boycott the border poll, say that people don't participate, this would give Britain the supposed mandate they want to continue rule in the north of Ireland. This would legitimize the torture that the Brits are imposing in the north of Ireland, and this would basically, like, the political prisoners would be legitimized, the torture in Montgomery would be legitimized, the violence of the British state would be legitimized, and they would see this as a legitimization of colonization. So we are totally, as the 32 county sovereignty movement, we are totally against the border poll, and basically we feel that the whole Yes to Unity campaign legitimizes what Sinn Féin has been doing for the last little bit. Sinn Féin is saying this is the way forward. This is our way of winning a socialist republic, but it doesn't win a republic. It doesn't build a people state, and it doesn't entrench the people at all. We have two more speakers here, and hopefully someone else will join us. So we're going to take a 2-minute break, and right after that break, we're going to invite Louisa from Montreal to speak. Thank you everyone for showing, and thank you everyone for listening. Once again, basically this is the first of several public discussions we will be having around this issue. Like, the reality of the situation right now is we have seen Sinn Féin demobilize people through the creation of Friends of Sinn Féin and demobilizing the people's movement here in North America, supporting the creation of a free Ireland, right? And now they're telling people that this Yes to Unity campaign is the way forward. We feel that that's not true. We feel that the Yes to Unity campaign only legitimizes the GFA. It legitimizes the unionist veto. It legitimizes the military presence in Ireland by giving the GFA a sort of democratic guise. At this point in time, the GFA is in tatters. Stormont is in tatters. And it's up to us to build an alternative. Here in colonized North America, which is colonized native land, our role in the Irish struggle is first and foremost to build a people's movement to support the Irish struggle, build a people's movement here against colonization. And once again, thank you very much. This is the first of several meetings we will be having.